Thrilled to have him here at Bass University teaching exactly that. So really looking forward to it. Ben Milliken, everybody.
Starting route to Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center. Proceed to State Highway 31 Business, then turn right.
What's up, MFers? Fun day today. I've been talking about in my videos the last several days and weeks and months, it seems like, but doing some seminars with Bass University today.
Turn right, then turn right onto State Highway 31 Business.
Wow. Pretty awesome because in 2010, I actually went down to one of the very first Bass Universities of all time in the Dallas area. And I met Ike, freaking Byron Velvick, Fred Rambanis, Ishman Rowe, all these dudes. And it was just like a great experience of learning so much at that time that really inspired me to not only just get these amazing tips, but also, you know, kind of get an idea of what it took to
in 3/4 of a mile, turn right
completely
onto
destroy the boat. But yeah, it's kind of come full circle for me to be lucky enough that they reached out and wanted me to do some seminars. So talking today in front of a packed full house, 200 people was the most that they could get into this facility we're going to today. So pretty nervous. I've never spoken in front of more than a couple people before, basically. Actually, it's kind of weird. I mean, you talk to like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people on a video, but really it's just a camera and Cole making fun of me behind it. Public speaking I haven't done since like, it's been a while, freaking college basically, besides meeting with some smaller groups and stuff. But yeah, so we got packed house. We're talking one seminar is going to be about forward-facing sonar techniques this morning, and then this afternoon doing another one on big baits and big bass. Quite simply, going to talk tournament fishing in there with big baits. Going to talk little modifications and sneaky stuff I shouldn't be freaking sharing, but that's okay because you guys paid to come out and see it. And a lot of you guys that couldn't make it, I know people were saying that they were really sad they weren't able to take work off or make the drive or whatever. It's actually, it'll be available on their website. You got to be a subscriber to Bass U TV, but eventually it'll be on there in a couple months probably. Also, two anglers that today presenting with me that I got a ton of respect for, Stephen Browning and Nick LeBrun, two guys that have won at the highest level. So maybe take some time to step in hopefully and get some juice from their presentations as well. I'm always learning. I'm a little nervous. I haven't actually ran through my presentation yet, so I was planning on like rehearsing it at the house, and then I was planning on rehearsing it to Cole last night, and then I was like, screw it, I'll just do it in the morning, and then we didn't do it this morning. So what's the worst that could happen, right?
Hi Ben, I'm Natalie.
What's that? Yeah, where's he at? Yes. How you doing?
Doing well.
Sorry.
Natalie Goldstrom. I'm
yes.
You're meeting me later today.
We're thrilled to be back. We were here last year. See a lot of faces from last year's event. A lot of new faces. I'd love to see that. And we are here at the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center, really rolling out the red carpet for us, and we really appreciate them having us.
Are you the type of guy that is going to catch a couple fish in an area, check their size, and get out of there and just kind of know it's a productive area? Or are you the type that wants to go and shake off a bunch of bites and see how many you can get in an area?
But like if I'm in Timbuktu Lake I've never been to, and I'm not really sure what lives there, I may set the hook on a few more, but man, I'm a big believer in shaking fish off. Yeah, so if I know that I'm committed on game day, like I'm not going to have anything.
That knife is badass.
That's incredible. Damn. Wow, thank you very much. That's incredible.
Kayla, this is one I'm going to give you win the classic. On the side, get me a boat.
Looks good. Unless the wires are in
Hey, does he look good? You happy with that? I don't want him hitting. I just don't want him hitting.
Yeah, yesterday I had like 14 layers on.
I'm really excited to have this guest with us. I met Ben. Ben came into town to do the Ike Live podcast with us. That's where we met, and it was a lot of really impressive things happened after that. Obviously, Ben's super successful with what he's doing on YouTube and his television work, and very super popular in everything that he does. He was taking on the Bassmaster Opens shortly after we met, comes storming out of the gate with a win on Toledo Bend, making it to the Bassmaster Classic. And, then like all tournament anglers, battled adversity, had to overcome an awful lot. And it was super impressive to watch you go through that and come out, in the last couple tournaments of the season and get your ticket punched to the Bassmaster Elite. So just wanted to congratulate you publicly. I thought that was an amazing year. Congratulations on that. And one of the things, if you guys watch Ben, he's super talented. You've been at the forefront of live sonar technology, catching giants. So we're, thrilled to have him here at Bass University teaching exactly that. So really looking forward to it. Ben Milliken, everybody.
You've probably seen throughout the videos, and some of it you've maybe never seen before, of fish actually reacting to baits and eating baits with live sonar. So I'm excited to take you guys along on that. Keep an open mind. You have to be willing to change presentations, and it's not an accident that when you watch my videos or you see me after a day of fishing that there's 30 rods laying on the deck, crisscrossed every direction with baits that are this size and baits that are 15 inches long, because they're always changing. So you'll see my bait hit the water out there about 50 feet right there, and I'm working over that fish, and this guy down here immediately, he heard that hit the water. You're able to with your head isn't that much different than what I just talked about cover scrolling, but is being able to effectively target and catch these fish that are on the bottom. Everyone can catch them up in the water column, but the fish on the bottom are the ones that are, it's a prototype, but it's real natural. You can have that one. Yep.
That's a great reward for asking a question.
There we go.
Well, that was fantastic. I really appreciate you going from being a Bass University student to an amazing instructor.
Thanks everyone again for coming out, and the questions and talking to you guys has been unbelievable. And it seems like this is the questions that I keep getting over and over. It's about these big baits, and that's why a lot of you guys came out to hear something about this, even get to the point where you're going to pick up something that looks like this. It's a $700, $800 swim bait that is phenomenal, catches giant fish. If you go out and you buy this without having the right tackle, the right ideas of where to throw it, that is a waste of $700. You'll probably cast it off and it'll sink to the bottom, and your old lady probably won't want you to go fishing anymore. You have one rule for you guys, and that is to lose your ego. I don't mean that in a rude way.
That all my tournament. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're catching 10 pounds.
I got the whiskey too. I'm saving it for when I catch a 10 pounder.
Hell yeah, I love that.
I'll have a shot for you when I catch a 10 on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Please do. Hell yeah.
We both got line throughs actually from Ben. Yeah.
New hangover, out of stock actually, but me and
as
Ben
well.
Milliken are tight. I own Ben Milliken, so
No,
he
we're
gave it
not.
to
We're
me.
gonna catch some 10 pounders with it. What's gonna happen?
Sir.
How'd it go?
Back-to-back winter storms slamming the country. Texas has been especially hard hit. Millions there are without power, water, or heat amidst one of the coldest temperatures in over 100 years.
Oh my god. I had forgotten.
That's the one that was almost dead?
Yeah.
You can go in there and swim around with it if you want.
Okay,
Yes, please.
Sounds good. What's the water temp?
I don't.
Same as the lake town.
Oh my God.
42.
How you doing?
How you doing? I don't weigh no damn 300 pounds. I weigh 165.
All right, so all back, settled in at home now, but what an awesome day meeting so many of you guys at the Bass U seminars, and we got to go see Respucia in the damn middle. That was the first time I've seen Zark's 16-pound fish that they said was actually over 20 at one point, but first time I had seen her since she, we dropped her that night, and it's been there in the aquarium. So if you ever want to go see Respucia, Zark's fish, that'd be awesome. You can go check her out at the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center. She will be on display, most likely up in the tank. They said she was a really rare fish because not only did bass not do extremely well in captivity for long periods of time, but they really don't do well with people constantly walking by and seeing them. But they said she's a special fish. She's a people fish, and makes sense that Zark would catch one that, of course, wants to be shown off in her big, beautiful glory. But yeah, first seminar was about forward-facing sonar techniques. So I covered everything from like little itty-bitty tiny crappie stuff that you guys saw me catch a 10-pounder on, and I've really been kind of dialing in the last year or so. All that stuff, and then we got a little bit into big baits, but I saved some of the big bait stuff for later in the day because that's what my second seminar was about. The first one, I think the biggest thing that I talked about that you guys can go watch either of these seminars. I think they're going to be on Bass U. The Swimbait one is going to be on, I think, today when you're watching this video. If you guys sign up, it is a subscription-based platform. But the cool thing about the subscription is you can get access to like every video they've ever made once you sign up. So it's a really freaking good deal. But the first one, we talked about baits of all sizes. The biggest thing I think I talked about was kind of the importance to stall your bait in your presentation and different sink rates, retrieve rates, everything from like little weenie worms like your old boy was talking about that everyone uses on forward-facing sonar. But then I kind of broke down some baits that I throw that are more traditional baits, your jigs, your Texas rig worms, spinner baits, crankbaits, hair jigs, stuff like that, and how that applies to forward-facing sonar and how to use those baits. So that was a really fun seminar that you guys can check out. And then the big bait one, man, that was, I know there was so many people there that signed up just to go watch that, from what people told me, from what Pete Glusek told me that runs Bass U. And that was a fun one. I probably shared a little too much juice to the public on that one, but I wanted to, teach as many people as possible because you guys were awesome enough to show up and support them, support me, and make the event really great. But I talked about in that one different styles of glide baits that was kind of similar to the video where I filmed in the pool talking about the different sizes, the different ways the bait moves, and the different applications I use. But I really broke it down, went more into detail about exactly when and where I throw those baits. And we talked more about the mindset behind those glide baits and big bait fishing than anything. That's something that I think I have a hard time kind of talking to you guys about while I'm out there fishing, because I'm thinking and constantly changing and making adjustments so quickly. Really the mental aspect of why I'm switching baits, why I'm changing cadences, why I'm moving from spot to spot or coming back to a spot when it doesn't make a lot of sense, maybe just watching it. But yeah, really went in depth on that. And then of course I went into the tournament side of it too. That was probably the biggest focus, was talking about how I use them, big baits that is, in a tournament setting, which is completely opposite of how I use them when I'm just out trophy hunting or fun fishing. So a lot of good stuff there. And again, thank you guys so much for coming out, for supporting. It was cool to talk to some real people, not just the bullshit I deal with online. And I know 99% of you guys are amazing online and really give supportive comments, everything, feedback to me. It's cool when you actually get out and see people in that setting where you don't see the negative shit that people would never actually say to you to your face. And a lot of them are, I've found that there's actually a large amount of bot comments, not even real comments. And I don't just mean like the random freaking fake women that reply to all the comments on Facebook or anything. There's actually bot accounts that are like talking shit online about forward-facing sonar, about big baits, about me fishing private lakes. You click on their profile and it's like, it's not just because it's Jim Bob in New Orleans that freaking was pissed off because he can't afford forward-facing sonar, because there are those comments, but these are actually people where you go online and you click on their profile and they have like 6 random posts of stuff that you can just tell it doesn't line up. They're not even a real person. So I don't know who has the time to create these bots. It's not even like politically, obviously there's, you know, bot farms all over the place to spread different messages, but those are actually exist in fishing apparently too. So mind-blowing that that's possible these days. But I'm really excited right now because in about a half hour, the guys from Graphics Gurus are showing up in my house and spend the next 4 or 5 days getting this old bass cat all wrapped up with a lot of you guys' face on. This is what this is right here. What the? Also just realized my lens is like super foggy inside of it, so condensation or water or something in there. So I'll cut this off short here since you guys are looking at a hazy, foggy version. I mean, it's not just because the room's filled with smoke or something. But I'm super pumped because the guys from Graphics Gurus are on their way to the house right now. They just flew in to get old bass cat wrapped up. That's what this is right here. You guys can see it in the fog. Got my wrap in there, and then maybe a giant new toy that I'll show you in a video coming up. Thanks for watching the MFers. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and then maybe Thursday, and then maybe a boat wrap video. I'm pumped. I'm out of here. Peace.